Good evening, metalheads and hardcore kids. Welcome to Metal to the Core, podcast about metalcore, deathcore, hardcore, and so much more. I'm your host, Kevin to the Core. Here with me is my usual co-host, Flex and Felix.
Flex and Felix on the ones and twos. Oh, it's keeping it interesting.
Are you ready for your bachelor party this weekend?
Are you ready for your bachelor party this weekend?
It's yours.
It might be yours too.
We could celebrate.
We could celebrate together.
We could celebrate by getting married in the state of Nevada.
Hey, man. It's legal there. And no one will judge us because it's Pride Week.
I actually can't wait just for that. And just like all the obscene looks that we might get or that we might give.
For everyone listening, we're going to be traveling to Las Vegas, Nevada, this weekend. And we're going in a group of 8 very handsome, very well-bearded individuals during one of the festivals, Pride Week.
All of our physiques put together, like our body fat percentage equals like another human being.
I would say two other human beings.
Damn.
Okay. With a high cholesterol level. All of them.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's how we roll, baby.
I mean, to be fair, we are all Hispanic, which tend to have, poor nutritional values.
Yeah, but tacos are amazing.
Oh my God.
I'll bet on
Why
that.
are you feeding the stereotype?
I'm feeding something.
We have fans in fucking Belgium. They think that, we eat tacos, but we're not Mexican.
Kevin, we eat tacos all the time.
All right, fine.
You told me about the Costco tacos, and they were amazing.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. I wish I could send, in audio form, a meme of, the guy that, lifts his finger and he just puts it down, never mind.
Shit, got a point.
Yeah. I love that meme. So what we usually do here on Metal to the Core, besides talk shit, of course.
Which we do very well.
Yeah, we're best friends, so we could talk shit longer than when we talk about music.
Hell, we talked shit for 8 minutes and we didn't even know it, and we weren't recording.
Yeah, well, hell, we even talked 20 minutes before that.
We text every day.
That too.
We send each other good night pics.
That's after kissing our fiancés.
Right. You come last, baby.
So besides being gay apparently and talking shit, we talk metal here, specifically metalcore, deathcore, hardcore, and plenty of other things because I'm a big mathcore fan. Felix tends to be a bigger fan of punk and post-hardcore and stuff like that. But we get to news, mostly our picks and stuff like that. The way we've divided our picks is something heavy, which we dub our chunks of choice, something soft, which we call melody at the moment, and our wild cards, which is just anything random. But a lot of things, sometimes things slip through the cracks or kind of we kind of don't favor. And recently, I've kind of liked dubbing it with the last episode. Felix was not on with Vicious Vinny, and I don't want to take the credit because he coined it as an honorable mention, and I'm I kind of like that. But before we get to the picks, I don't know if there's any metal news that you wanted to get to, Felix.
I don't have any metal news today, aside from what I'm going to get into in just a couple of...
I know there's a bunch of gossip crap that I really don't want to make this podcast that. There's shit with Slipknot, shit with Metallica, and I'm I don't care about the gossips.
Fuck those people.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's just them trying to stay relevant, and it puts metal in a weird position. Because we all looked at those people, and they were the kind of the poster boys of, we don't give a shit about what anyone thinks, we're super anti-society, whatever. And then you see them conforming into the very same thing that they were arguing against. It's just get the fuck out of here, man.
Especially even the metal websites.
Exactly. And we're all going to be guilty of it. I get it. You make $1 million and you're going to think a little differently. But
the metal websites glorifying that gossip too. It's just spoon feeding the same shit that normies, non-metalheads get from other websites like TMZ.
We're not entertainment, bro.
Right.
I don't give a shit if Lars sharpens his stick, from left to right or right to left. It doesn't make it. How's this? Talk about the last album. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You fucking can't because it's career suicide.
Yeah.
It sucked. Other than that, we are listening to the song Arrhythmia, right?
My guy, you're right. We do have the bumpy music.
I want to propose something. It's a great song. It's a good song.
Australian metalcore. And I double checked to make sure where they're from was exactly what I'm saying. So I didn't want to get that wrong. Apologies to Exodus from last week. I kept calling you guys Russian metalcore when you were in French and even speaking French in the beginning of the song. So apologies to them. But yeah, so this song, the bumpy music that you guys are listening to now or just heard, Arrhythmia by Proposal, it's fucking dope.
It's really good.
For Australia, well, not for Australia. Australian metalcore is always dope. But I've never heard like I guess specifically Australian metalcore.
Mm.
And it's dope. It's cool. It's obviously the heavier parts are heavier. Even the soft parts are super hardcore, like almost punky and whatnot. What I would probably give to them, besides great sound, is pretty good sound production for a band that I've never heard.
Yep. Excuse me.
Continue, Felix.
No, that was amazing sound production, and I just want to say the intro is what really caught my attention, and as he does with normal, like usual other songs. When an intro is very inviting, it kind of helps you kind of just stick and keep your attention going. But the intro and how he was hitting his chinas, the drummer, and you know how it just grooved into a very
it's sick,
into a very well put together pre-chorus and chorus. It was very well structured. Aside from the amazing production, it was just really well put together. I don't really have a huge gripe other than it's not what you're gonna go for when you want something super unique. You know, it's very off the wall. It's well done and it's different in the sense of different rhythms and different lyrics. But in the genre, I think they've done most as much as they can. You know what I mean? Because metalcore doesn't really go that far. Not metalcore. This kind of melodic hardcore. Or, this kind of
they're going for
hardcore type-ish.
Right, they're going for the counterparts vibe.
Yeah, I pick up a lot of Ghost Inside by
yes,
and which is good, vocals. And it's done very well,
specifically with the vocals. But you could clearly tell the guy, the singer, the vocalist, who's a screamer, doesn't, and he's not doing clean singing. He tries, and fails because it doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound like it belongs.
Yeah,
which is like, fine,
dude. Like, look, the bands that we just said, Counterparts and Ghost Inside, they don't do clean vocals. Yes, Ghost Inside started doing clean vocals later on, but the vocalist himself doesn't do it. It's the basses or other guitarists and whatnot. So it's not the same vocalist doing the screaming and the singing, because if it's outside of your skill set, don't do it.
Right.
I understand you want to try and go for it. I understand that. More power to you, because like what Felix is saying, you're sounding generic. You're going for a route that is not as generic, but since you can't do it, you're back to sounding generic.
Right. And, you got to – what's really good is that you got to go for it even if you can't, sound super different. Just you got to keep making music, and, much props to them. I don't know where the song Collapse from them came on. I don't know if you can check it out, but it was extremely. It's I think it's from the first album, probably from the album Captive. Dude, for a band we've never heard of, this is really impressive.
Nice.
I'm impressed. I would definitely look into them. I would suggest this for other people. It's fast paced. It'll give you some energy. It's good, but yeah, if you're looking for something technical or overly symphonic. It's not that. This isn't that, But that's okay too. That's okay too, because somebody's gonna make this music.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want slams.
Yeah.
You just want chugs.
Fuck me for wanting it, right?
Yeah. Simple ones. Simple. So yeah. So that again, Australia's proposal, the song "Arrhythmia." You'll hear it again at the end of the hour.
I wish we had like a Patreon so we could fund our trip to Australia and we could just
meet all
these fucking bands that we've had, because all of them or most of them are from fucking Australia.
They're great.
They're amazing. And it's not pretty
There's
cool.
something in that water, bro. So before we move on, I really want to give a shout out on like how I said, like how Vicious Vinny dubbed an honorable mention. I don't know if you were able to check out the Cobra Khan album, Absolute, Felix. I think it's great. I'm a fan. I like Cobra Khan. I don't know what happened on like the rebranding of the name that they had to put TX.
TX, I saw that. Yeah.
I guess maybe some kind of lawsuit happened or some shit, or maybe like what's tends to be happening as of late, unfortunately, is like a band leaves like a record label, but then the previous record label still owns the music rights because of that name, so they have to change the name. So they just put they're from Texas, so they just put TX at the end, and no one's gonna be calling them Cobra Khan.
No, it's Cobra Khan.
It's the same thing happened with Architects. They got sued by another Architects band, so on iTunes and Spotify they're labeled Architects UK, but no one calls them that.
No, they're Architects.
Yeah. So this new Absolute album by Cobra Khan, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, because that's how I've always pronounced it, and I've been a fan of them for some time.
I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, Cobra Khan.
That's how we say it.
Yeah.
Okay.
fuck me for having an accent.
Right?
This song is a bang. I think it's a banger. Their brand of like what I have dubbed brocore has always to me stood out more than others because not only are they to me Twizzler Clan is the As I Dying to metalcore is what they are to again that little corner of like brocore. It's just they're a bunch of Neanderthals playing just the most barbaric fucking form of metalcore. It's like this blurry ass line between deathcore and metalcore because the vocalist is clearly has deathcore tendencies while somehow sounding like a hardcore singer. And then the band is also blurring the line of hardcore and deathcore. But their breakdowns are metalcore because, again, it's overly simplistic. It's nothing to that album. Songs like, damn, and I'm forgetting now.
Well, I'm listening to High Hopes. And it's just
that one's good. Self-Destruct is one of the singles and whatnot. But my personal favorite, which one is it? I think it's Truest Love. Yeah, Truest Love. Bro, I have been going to the gym and I literally walk through the doors to this fucking song. So it's this bombastic ass drumming, the singer just snarling and growling. And I'm just like, fuck yes. It makes me want to grab weights and just throw them across the fucking
And the guy from the gym is like, sir, you have to scan your card. And you're just walking by, fuck you.
Yeah, I flip his front desk.
He's crying.
But that's what they are. Like, you see a picture of Twizzler Clan, they look like beefy, buff fucking Texas dudes that fuck the gym up. Like a bunch of Tim Lambesis. I think the singer even has long hair, and he's big as fuck too. So it's like, it's for that brand of hardcore and metalcore of bigger dudes that they want gym music, and this is what it is. It's just barbaric gym music. I think they know what they are, so they don't really change much. I have to say they're sounding better because over the years, they don't change their sound much, but their quality has gone up. And I think, I'm not sure what new record label they're on now, but you could clearly hear the money. Damn, it doesn't say here. Fucking.
Is it Nomad Vinyl Record? I think it is.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, no, man. That's the name. Sorry, that's not
Jesus. Yeah, Nomad was the last album.
Yeah.
That album was great. I've been liking them more and more since that last album. Actually, no, the one before that. But then the last one was possibly their best one. Absolute kind of goes back to, again, more simplified chugs of theirs. But yeah, really wasn't my pick. It just was an honorable mention because it came out. A bunch of people were talking about it. I know, Felix, you probably didn't even bother checking it out, or maybe you checked out a single or here or two or whatever. But yeah, it's not even something I would even recommend unless you like that gym brocore style. You're hearing it a bit now. What do you think before we move on?
It's for what it is. It's good. It's just it's music for big dudes that sweat through their shirts. Which in theory, I would love it, But it's just it's too much, man. I know I sound like a bitch.
You can't talk shit because that's basically what you are. You're a big dude that sweats through your shirts.
No, that's all me. Yeah, even the black ones, you can totally see it after a while. You're not hiding anyone. You're not fooling anyone. But it's to me, and this has been my gripe with them for a while. It's just not for me. Like I like all the other songs and their other singles. I forgot the one that has like a really big catchy something about, the one that has the word bitch on it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think it's from Nomad.
Yeah, so I get it. They're cool. Live, I'm sure they would kick my ass and it'd be a great show.
Fuck yeah!
It's just, to me, it's a lot like Hatebreed. I can only listen to a song or two and then I can't anymore.
Yeah,
but that's just me. That's just my palate.
It's like overly barbaric. It's like,
right.
I get it.
It's a lot. So it's for me, as I just can't do it because, dude, I'll end up getting a
that's
felony,
what to me,
like,
it's the perfect gym music.
No, it is, yeah.
But yeah, that's an honorable mention. Twizzler Clan's Absolute album. We just want to move on now to our picks before. Oh, I didn't even say it at the beginning. We're going to review Spite's The Root of All Evil album. People have been talking about it like crazy. The hype was fucking real with no countdown.
No countdown, bro.
But the hype was real for Spite since all their singles before that, starting with Root of All Evil. So yeah, we're going to review that after our pick. So Felix, first tell me, what is your chunk of choice?
So this week, and credit to Kevin, he really stepped up and showed me some pretty good music this week. My pick my pick this week is a band called Moreland. Their song "Born from Hate." Never heard this band before. I have no idea where they're from.
Bro, that was my choice once.
Was it
not that song? It's a Flourish was a pick of mine.
I don't even fucking remember, dude, to be honest. But I probably heard it, probably liked it, but this song left more of an impression on me. And the reason why I think is because of the way that the heavy bass distortion is.
Yeah.
For everything else, fine. It's very chaotic. It's very people that listen to the show will get a really good time out of hearing the song.
You don't remember because it was an episode you weren't.
I weren't on, probably, yeah. But for the most part, fans of metal and even metalcore would really like this song. It's great. I recommend it. I don't have any gripe different than what I said about Kublai Khan. It's really intense.
Yeah.
Can I listen to 4 or 5 of these? Probably fucking not. But it does its job, and I can't stress enough how we're seeing more and more bands experiment with a very heavy distorted bass. It gives me chills, man, because before, a bass was just another accent of the band that would never be super underutilized, and and then you would create bassists that would never want to go above and beyond their role. Now you're seeing a bass being really introduced and having that slap, that really big, presence in a band. You clearly hear in the song "Born from Hate."
Fuck yeah.
Because it's in your face.
It's more brutal than the previous one.
Yeah.
Because Flourish had at least flourishes of some melody.
This has no melody. Yeah, this is.
I remember the way I described them on the previous single, Flourish, is they sound a lot like another Australian band. Oh my god, In Heart's Wake.
Yes,
but if you remove all the melodic parts,
this will just be that.
Yeah, and it's just them. It's just the heavy parts of In Heart's Wake turned up to 11.
Well, and what I like about In Heart's Wake is that, which is funny. The
melody stuff.
No, not the melody stuff.
Oh, just the heavy parts.
Because I think they do a good job at it. So, I thought this was a really good song. I would recommend it. I want to hear more of this, and I want to hear, maybe if I would love to hear a band that was similar with the singer, and this isn't a gripe, it's just a matter of preference. Not as brutal, because he has some deathcore, nasty vocals that are great.
Yeah.
But
he has borderlining deathcore vocals in a metalcore band.
Dude,
but the metalcore band, what makes it even heavier is what, to your point, is the bass line.
Oh, yeah.
That bass is fucking dirty.
You take the bass line away from it, it'll sound off.
Yeah.
It sounds like it doesn't belong. But Kevin, what are your thoughts? I loved it.
I said them in between yours, and again, I had already chosen them before, so it's a band that was already on my radar. Well, what is so maddening about this single, Born from Hate by Moreland, is it's not available to stream anywhere. One, this song has been out for a while, and I'm like, bro, I just want this fucking song in my library already. Mm-hmm. But for now, it's only on YouTube. And it's not even a music video.
Yeah, it's just a stream. It's
just a stream. So hopefully they, get their shit together and come out with something, or a new EP, something, because all there is on iTunes and Spotify is Flourish, the previous single that I mentioned before. That was my pick, and that one's great too. But yeah, I'm with you that Moreland they went full brutality on this one. And it's dope. And again, another one that the production sounds great for a band that we've never heard of.
Oh, fantastic.
Now I'm going what the name is about. Moreland?
I don't know. But I will say, I'm sure it has to be more difficult for producers to keep that level of quality when they have a band as intense as Moreland. Only because it seems like there's so many wave sounds coming into one, through one speaker. So I'm sure, producing in general is difficult. But when you have a band that has such a heavy sound, it makes you appreciate it that much more when it's really good. So, yeah, shout out to the production team.
I think that's actually another Australian band. But don't take my word for it, because I'm trying to look everywhere. Even the Facebook doesn't say where they're from.
Come on, man. Step it up more.
Yeah.
Give me more, man. More, man.
So Moreland, Born from Hate, that's Felix's chug of choice. So my chug of choice, again, kind of cheating here, is an album, another album. Because I wanted to go for Kublai Khan, but that really was, again, an honorable mention is it's not really a pick. It's something that I just like. I enjoyed, specific mood thing. But another one that was also kind of Jim, is this band that I discovered called Instill Terror, and I was like, yo, with that name, this shit better be brutal.
That's a savage.
And immediately when I heard this band, I think the first song I heard was Rockth, which is Rahkth. Jesus Christ. Luckily, the rest of the album, the songs are not with weird spellings like that, because they have like Doom, Pestilence, Regression, and fucking brutal fucking titles. It's one of those, exactly what Felix would say. That's like, it's overly brutal and like a little too much, because it's this Felix. I don't know if you remember. I can't remember what that band was before. It's like Def Gent. It's like a deathcore band doing gent, and it's just relentless. This album is brutality if it existed and then made a band. And I like that they kind of live up to their brand name, Instill Terror, because it's fucking terrifying.
I was terrorized.
Fuck yeah. So like songs like Wrath, Pestilence, and I think my favorite is End. End is my favorite because I think it kind of solidifies this band of like, yo, there is something special going on here in this album. The album is called Prophet of Resent.
They're from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Christ.
What?
I literally thought you were gonna say that they were foreign, like European.
Yeah, I picked up on that too. Like, I thought they were gonna say like somewhere like French or even German.
Yeah.
You know,
because dude, like it's this brutality that feels like foreign, right?
It feels like, not from here.
Yeah, right. Fuck us for being American.
Right. It feels like there's so much anger. Like, no one's that angry and an American. Like,
yeah, they are.
They can't be. Like, yeah, they are. Have you been to north of Florida? Yes, bro.
Have you been to a Trump rally?
Jesus.
So Instill Terror. This vocalist, especially on this album, Prophet of Resent. It's funny. I'm even double checking on our doc here. I even put Def Gent ?
Well, no, that's their genre in the thing.
Oh, it says it on YouTube.
Yeah, look,
that's fucking hysterical.
Def Gent.
Dude,
it's on the money.
It's living up to that title and tag and hashtag, because it's fucking relentless.
This shit is wild, bro.
The gent, the crazy, I'd say atmospheric guitar and just slamming bass is so in your face and so relentless. Like you feel like you need a break. Like you need to go outside and go have like a smoke.
I need a break right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is intense.
In like mid song.
And I'm only like 3 songs in, probably less.
Luckily, it's not a terribly long album. It's only
28 minutes.
7 tracks. So it's in, out, but since it's so relentless, it's so overly brutal, and even at its mid pace or slow pace, it's so fucking Meshuggah level heavy, and like Meshuggah at their heaviest. And it's just that throughout the whole album. So my gripe with it, even though it is a pick of mine, is that it does tend to get a little overbearingly monotonous. And it's like, dude, after one song, I'm like, okay, I need a fucking break.
I need to shut it off.
Dude, yeah, it's again short, but it's so hard to get.
This has been a heavy episode.
Yeah.
We're reviewing some heavy shit this week.
It's dope. So
I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But fuck, do I need a break after like 2 minutes? Because shit. I mean, look, to me, I already don't love really heavy, over the top songs. Right, I can tolerate it, and if it's good or has good moments, I used to do this all the time. I would suffer through, quote unquote, suffer the harder parts or the most heavier parts if there's more of a dynamic, more of a melodic part coming up. Totally would do that. But there's nothing of that here.
No.
This is just atmospheric meets a big robot meets like the rings of Saturn, and it just collides into one big fucking stew. It's so much going on.
It reminds me of oh my god, freaking number one fan of the podcast, Andrei Kovacki. He even asked on our Facebook page of like if we heard the album. The heavy, oh my god, what are they called?
Come on, you gotta dig deep, bro.
And it's an album I heard, but I never brought up. Fuck, bro, I feel so stupid.
We'll look it up while I talk.
I have to actually just check it on our Facebook page.
But yeah,
but that mid tempo heaviness. It's funny how like
they're
able to maintain heaviness even with that.
It's also experimental.
Yeah,
which it's so much combined into 28 minutes that it really sets you back. But man, there's just no way to.
Humanity's Last Breath.
Okay.
Humanity's Last Breath. That one's an actual foreign band, European. Oh, yeah. And it sounds like this crazy, relentlessly heavy Def Jam band. And it's crazy to hear that there's something like that here in the States. That's fucking nuts. Like Instill Terror.
Yeah, these dudes are pretty heavy. Like, no question about it. They're pretty fucking heavy. I just really like how they incorporated gent into what they're doing.
It's nuts.
It's really fun. For those of you listening at home, we're looking at Facebook and we see a meme that says, "This is the 5-finger death punch once," and then a dude that has the Monster logo. I guess
the Monster Energy drink.
Monster Energy drink. What would you call this, Kevin? Like the soul
chin.
Patch?
Yeah, the soul patch area.
Yeah, we'll put it up on our Instagram so you guys see that.
I'm actually gonna save it because that's just
say that. That's pretty funny. But besides I would recommend it if you want something to instill terror in you, because
especially if you're like like people like those are like slow and fucking heavy.
Yeah,
and there's a huge fan base for that.
It's just a bunch of that, like going forward. So, but yeah, that's I think that's a solid pick.
So I'm glad, like how you were saying that, like so far it's been such a fucking heavy episode.
Yeah, and I think kind of shift gears here.
Yeah, right. Luckily, we're gonna move on to a melody at the moment. So Felix, like always, start with you. Well, tell me what was your band at the moment.
So I'm going with Royal Coda. First time I hear them.
Nah, get the fuck out.
I've never heard of Royal Coda before.
Members from Dance Gavin Dance.
Yeah,
former and current.
Trust me, I know. I picked up on it like immediately. But here's my thing, because I'm not super invested in that scene. I just cherry pick what I like, and I don't dive into albums. You know, I just go into the singles because I know what I'm going to get. Like it's that predictable,
right?
And with the exception of Dance Gavin Dance and a few others here and there, which I can't really recall at the moment. You know, I know what I'm going to get, and with Royal Coda, that's no exception. Like I know what I'm going to get when I listen to it. As soon as I saw the dude from Dance Gavin Dance, the guitarist, I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
Any project that he's into,
proggy, techie guitar work that's just so
it's good. Right. That's what I guess pisses me off the most. It's good. Like I'll listen to it repeatedly. Like it's that good.
What I really like to differentiate from Dance Gavin Dance, even though Dance Gavin Dance does do this at points, or Royal Coda specifically on this song, Numbing Agent, is they divulge more into jazz. It's cool.
They do.
To me, it's like it gets into this jazzy funk, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm about this. This is cool."
Who is it? It's the who's from Dance Gavin Dance here? Just the guitarist.
The guitarist and the singer is the former singer. Before Tillian, it was this singer.
That makes sense.
So he's the one that did
exactly like the Death of Strawberry.
Yes,
one like
all those.
Yeah. What's that other song that I like? I'm Down with Browntown.
Yes, that was
shit like that. Which look, I understand that Dance Gavin Dance has reached a level of popularity that is just unfathomable.
Yeah.
Of how many people and how many fucking teenagers love these guys.
Yeah, it transcends the number of band members.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. You're going to ask me to critique Dance Gavin Dance and when they were in their peak, when they were the best. I say before Tillian.
Right. I was trying to make sure I got the name right. It's Kurt Travis.
Okay.
Yeah. I was remembering that, but I didn't want to get it wrong.
I say they were better before.
With this guy? As I love Tillian.
Tillian is great. Yeah. And the band changed completely with Tillian.
Yeah.
Not to support Tillian, but they just changed because they can. And I think a lot of the band members have this untapped potential to do a lot of different things. So you can't really hold it against them by like kind of, evolving into something completely different. Not completely different, but like different enough. But when this guy, what's his name again?
Kurt Travis.
When Kurt Travis was a singer, the band wasn't as mature. But to me, that kind of immaturity is what made me fall in love with them.
It made him stick out a bit more.
It made him stick out because there was nothing like that. It's still very difficult to find bands as good as Dance Gavin Dance, but they're out there. They're just not as great. With Royal Coda, especially with this song, it brings me back with Numbing Angel. Yeah, it brings me back to, I'm Down with Browntown, Don't Tell Dave,
Yeah.
like all these really good songs
Yeah.
that I've never, and that was like 2012, 2013.
Yeah, that no other band has been able to replicate
Ever.
since.
Ever. I promise you. And they were that good, that it hasn't been heard of again. So I know some people might, think that they're better now with Tillian. I think they used to be better before. But that band aside, Royal Coda, Numbing Agent, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna, keep that one going. I'm gonna check out their old stuff because I haven't heard it.
It's
so
not
I'm
as
sure
good as
I might
this.
like it.
I can
It's
tell you
not.
that because again, we're both fans of Dance Gavin Dance. I checked out when Kurt Travis had announced like this was coming up, and especially with the guitarist, still current and ongoing guitarist of Dance Gavin Dance. The previous stuff I didn't like as much. I was just like, oh, okay, it literally sounded like rejected Dance Gavin Dance music.
Right.
But with Kurt Travis on vocals, and I'm like, this is whatever. Like, I could just get that, from those records with him on it,
Exactly.
or listen to Tillian on the current lineup now.
Mm-hmm.
But this specific song, Numbing Agent, I was like, wait, if you keep giving me this like jazzy funkness, like blended with your brand of crazy precision guitar work with post hardcore
and great drumming work
and
too.
great fucking drum work. That again, it sounds like jazz.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, give me this. Dive more into that.
They might be. Is this like a hit on their upcoming album or something?
Yeah, it's a single. It's their
Has
single.
it been
I don't
released?
know. No, I don't know if there's an upcoming album. I'm
might
assuming
wanna
there
keep a
is.
pulse on that because it might be good, man.
Yeah.
You never know. All right, so Kevin, what's your melody at the moment?
So my melody at the moment, again, also cheating. It's an EP actually,
Jesus.
and it's funny. At first, you hear the name Ben Rosette, and you're like, okay, it sounds like just like a guy, like a Joe Schmo, Ben Rosette. And then I tell you, holographic EP. You're like, okay, what the fuck? It sounds like a DIY album, and essentially it is. It's an instrumentalist. You see the album cover, you're like, whoa, what the fuck is this dark shit? It has this like lady on it, and it looks like could be like a black metal. And you're like, what the fuck? As soon as it starts, you're like, what is this Chun music? It reminds me of Chun, Covet, a bit of Pliny because he gets this like weird ambient avant-garde crap in the middle, and then every song has an interlude or like an outro with like him and like I guess like a bunch of like black dudes and like black friends like talking, and it's like the most hood conversation between like the chillest instrumental music, and I'm like, what the fuck is this EP?
Hey, he could be a black dude, man. You know.
No, I think I could have sworn I saw the music video for I can't remember the song. I think it was called an older song called Destiny, and then I found that he had a new EP that just came out in October. I'm like, oh, I need to check this out. I saw the album cover. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's a little weird.
Yeah, and so then I heard more and more of it. I was like, dude, this is special. This is something. This is amazing. And I'm not gonna lie, I kept going back to it more and more and more, and I was like, dude, I fucking love this fucking thing. So I fell in love with songs like my favorite is Love Language. It's just super jammy, like super jammy, as if it was Chun. So like older Chun, so pre Homie album, super jammy, as if like they're like chilling in like, I don't know, like Mario's basement. and that's exactly what it sounds like. So I'm like, dude, this is the vibe I want of like old school Chun, like where they weren't like in like polyphia levels of fame, where they're just experimenting with like hip hop.
Some dudes on the couch.
Right. It's like, some dudes on the couch.
Because that, to me, that translates through a speaker.
Yes.
I pick up on it right away.
Right.
Like, and it's such a warm and like dimly lit vibe that I get whenever I listen to the Chun album. So.
You could put this like at the pool or at a party.
Yeah.
Or at a pool party.
Oh shit! Did you just come up with that?
Oh my god!
Oh man, we should try that.
And it's so fucking good. And then he's a soloist, solo instrumentalist. I'm not sure where he's from. I'm not sure if he's. Let's actually double check that. I want to shout out the band he's from, Rosette. And it's funny. Oh my god, he's ex Dance Gavin Dance, and he found the Strawberry Girls.
Ha!
That's
I know the
so
Strawberry
fucking
Girls.
funny.
Yeah. Ha! How funny.
That's right.
No wonder this is so good.
Yeah, I'm forgetting. That's right. I was recommended this by a coworker. Shout out to George, not George the Giant.
George. Yeah.
Other George. I call him J-Rat.
J-Rat.
So shout out to J-Rat. Thank you for showing me Ben
He's always eating cheese?
I don't know. Maybe.
Or is he snitching on people?
I mean, he would eat his own dick from if you don't like a specific pizza place.
He will eat his own dick?
Yeah, that's how he recommends his pizza place.
That's why they call him the rat? Because he eats his own dick?
It's just from his last name.
Oh, because he eats other people's dicks. That's why they call him the rat.
I like that.
I think he's a dangerous guy to be around, man. Shit. Fucking George.
So yeah, Ben Rosette, that's Rosett. This fucking album is a banger called Holographic EP. It's only four or five tracks. And it's amazing. It's fucking amazing. Then he has other albums before that, including like singles from like Ultraviolet, another single, like the first one I heard, which was Destiny. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Fucking check this out if you're a fan of like Chun, Covet, Old School, Polyphia, even Pliny.
Strawberry Girls.
Strawberry, right, Strawberry Girls. Because it is very jammy. God, I keep saying it with a B, jammy.
How funny that the Royal Coda and Ben Rosette are both from Dance Gavin Dance, and we talked about it.
Hey, that band, like we said, like the fans of that band transcend the number of members, but it shows that band has always been full of talent.
Yeah. I think even while some people, might keep growing and evolving, that band's going to stick around for a while.
You heard it just now, Felix. What did you think?
I fucking love it. I can't wait to show my fiance.
Dude, yeah, she's going to love it. I would love
She's going to love it. She's going to love it. So, I mean, she likes all this type of stuff. She's more into Polyphia. I get it. Because there's more of a hype to Polyphia, But there's also a sense of...
Because they're experimenting more.
Yeah, exactly. There's a sense of warmth for bands like Chun and...
Ben Cook. Oh my God.
Ben Cook. Even Strawberry Girls.
Yeah.
I like some of the work that they do with Strawberry Girls. So, and mostly because of the bassist. No disrespect to Ben.
Because it does go on a cool funk.
It goes on. The guy's really good. So, yeah. But, I'm glad. I'm going to definitely keep looking at this and going with it.
So now we're going to move on to the one that I've dubbed wild card because it's whatever the fuck we want. And we tend to go off the rails with this fucking choices. And today's no exception. We went off the fucking rails with our choices this week. Felix, what was your wild card?
I'm even embarrassed to say my choices.
It's weird.
It's so fucking weird. I would have never, thought that, first of all, that both these two people would collaborate on a song, and then that I like it. It's so weird that I like it. And I'm talking about the new song from Highly Suspect.
A band that's been your pick before.
Yeah, exactly. It was just 2 weeks ago, I think, right?
Yeah. How crazy how single like this sounds nothing
like the other Upper Drugs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus. Well, anyway, the song is called Tokyo Ghoul, featuring none other than rap mogul, superstar, and household name, Young Thug.
Yeah, and it says, and Terrible Johnny?
I don't know who Terrible Johnny is, but... Oh, I know who Terrible Johnny is. The advisor that told him to collaborate with Young Thug. That's Terrible Johnny. A big WT fuck at this. I wasn't sure what to expect. It's a shame that they would... I mean, I hate to be a dick, but it's a shame that they would put Young Thug's name on it, because I'm sure that turned a lot of people off before they even heard it.
It turned me off.
I don't want to hear it.
I literally did not hear it until before we went on air.
Yeah. I don't blame you. And the worst part is I talked up Highly Suspect so much last episode that I was on, and it's like, fuck, man, why would you send me back? Like, I probably had a following now, like Flex and Felix, and now I'm going to recommend this. Like, shit, man. But here's the thing. This is a wild card. This is what the wild card is for. Do I absolutely love this? It could work. It could need some work. Whatever. This is for their album coming up, or it hasn't come out yet, right, Kevin? The MCID?
No. Yeah, the MCID is not out yet.
It's got a couple of songs out. My favorite is still Upper Drugs.
Upper Drugs is still good.
That's still my favorite. But this one is a close second, and the reason why is because it plays on the singer's abilities. The song itself doesn't take any turn that you wouldn't expect a Highly Suspect song to take. I get it. But fucking Young Thug, it works. It works, and that's what I guess. Like, they've reached a level of we want to take risks and not look back. And they can, because as I mentioned to you before, Kevin, to some people they might not sound like a famous band. Some people might not have even heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them until the single Upper Drugs.
Exactly. And their last album, I want to get this right. Their last album was years ago, which is why I was so excited that this album.
The one you said, I think Superhuman or Being Human.
My Name is Human. Hold on, highly.
Well, as you look that up, I want to give my thoughts. I fucking hate this fucking song. I thought, like you said, it's a big WT fuck.
Yeah, man. It's like, Jesus.
I would have maybe liked it more because I don't hate rap rock or hate rap metal and whatnot. And I do like hip hop separately from rock. When it collides, it tends to be shit. Sometimes it's good. Rage Against the Machine, old school Linkin Park, old school Limp Bizkit. Hell, Limp Bizkit is still incredible live.
And you know what the funny part is about Limp Bizkit? They only did it for the nookie. That's it. All these people do it for drugs, for fame, for fortune. Limp Bizkit
did it for the nookie.
Just a nookie, bro.
So, Highly Suspects, Tokyo Ghoul, which is funny, the name of an anime, which I know nothing about just because all my fucking friends talk about it.
Liar. You watch that shit. I know you watch it.
No, I'm not a weeb.
You fucking watch it. I'm sure you did. How'd you know what it was?
Again, friends of all talked it up. I had a roommate, Emir, who had fucking posters of it, so that's how I knew.
I don't believe you.
So the song says featuring Young Thug. I think it's a Young Thug song, and I would have never known it's Highly Suspect because I thought it was going to be blending. I went in knowing that it was featuring this trap rapper, Young Thug. So I went in thinking it's going to be blending, rock and hip hop. It didn't do that, or at least do trap rock. Didn't do that either. It's just a trap song. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Why?
So there is no rock or any fingerprints of Highly Suspect in this song.
Not at all.
So I'm not hating on it because of the trap and because of Young Thug. I'm only hating on it because I feel there is no Highly Suspect in the song.
No. So, and that's a really good point. When some people have songs, let's say, a terrible example, but let's say Shakira. Well, actually, a really good example is the Don Broco song, Action.
Okay.
That's a great example because you have Don Broco, you have Tillian, and you have a few other folks from different bands coming together on a track. You can tell apart where they're coming from, but make no mistake, that's a Don Broco song. Right? Here, what I was expecting was just like you, Kevin. I was expecting a rock song that had Young Thug. It almost seems to me that they wanted a radio song with Young Thug because this is not a rock song.
No.
And it's okay that it's not a rock song. You know what I mean? Like, I totally get it. But it almost feels to me that they collaborated with Young Thug to reap the benefits of Young Thug and then kind of be played on radio. Because I hear this and think this is totally radio friendly.
Yeah.
So is this a strategic move? Probably. But then, I thought Highly Suspect would be better than that. Though.
Then even people hearing this out of context, they're going to okay, let me check out Highly Suspect. And then they're going to hear Upper Drugs and other stuff. And they're going to be like, what the fuck? This is not what I thought.
They're going to be deceitful a little bit.
Right. So what are you doing?
Right. And to me, and here's why I fell in love with Highly Suspect in the first place, it's because of the fucking band's attitude of I don't give a fuck. This song gives too many fucks.
Yeah.
It's way too radio friendly. I like it because
maybe they give no fucks about their friends.
Maybe, dude. I think they give a fuck about the money, to be honest. They were out of it for a while. Oh, I just checked, by the way. 2016 was their last album.
Wow, 3 years ago.
So 3 years ago. I don't know. The music they're making isn't bad. This song isn't terrible. But, man, I hate Young Thug. I never liked him.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know who that was until my bachelor party cruise.
Good. Well, why? What's wrong with it?
I don't know that whole inside joke we had all throughout the cruise with people would sing along to radio, and I was like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
And someone was like, oh, it's Young Thug. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, that is the laziest rapper name.
Oh yeah, and he's the laziest rapper you get ever here. As you fucking heard. Well, I'm over this. Do you have anything else? No.
I have absolutely nothing else to add. That was Tokyo Ghoul feature. The song Tokyo Ghoul by Highly Suspect featuring Young Thug. I think it's awful. It's a trap song. What are we doing talking about it on a metal podcast? But hey, that's hard. Hey, that's how the wild card section goes.
Bro, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's wild, sometimes you glow. That's all I'm saying.
I like that.
You like that?
So now we're gonna go for something very stupid.
How stupid?
Because
keep in mind, we're just friends.
The song is even called "Stupid" by ska punk rap band Just Friends. So I was just saying about rap rock and stuff like that. This is a ska rap rock band that is a guy and a female singer, and it's like, so there's so much going on in this, so I can't hate on it at any moment. So going in, I was already like, what is happening with these horns, punk, and then there's rap, and then a girl raps? I was blown away of this amalgamation of shit that I don't like, somehow blending together, and like Voltroning this like thing that I could not look away from, or
not put down
from listening, and that chorus where they're just spelling stupid. They're not even doing anything crazy. They're just spelling the word stupid. STUPID. And I just, bro, by like the fourth rotation of it, I will sing along to this fucking song in my first hearing of it. And now when this song comes on, I crank up the volume and I have to sing along to it. There is something about the song that it feels like a fucking sickness. It's infectious.
It's a fever.
Yeah. That's their other single. That's their other single on this single. I don't understand why bands do that. On a single, there's another song, but the single still clearly says like "stupid single," but there's two songs on, like two tracks. I don't know. This is not the 80s anymore where there's like a side B. So I don't understand why you still do that in like a streaming service.
There were no CDs in the 80s.
That's a vinyl, but cassette. There would be like a side A and side B.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So like a single would have something.
I'm more of an 8-track type guy myself. Like, well, who's counting? Who's counting?
That didn't even last long.
No.
But yeah, the song is called "Stupid," by the ska rock band called Just Friends. I don't want to go on off it too long. I feel silly choosing it. Felix, what did you think of it?
No, I shouldn't feel silly. I like it.
You came over to my house the other day, and I showed it to you, and we just laughed about it.
Yeah, well,
I didn't take it off.
That's the funny part. Yeah. We laughed about it, but it stayed on.
Yeah.
Okay, and we were watching the music video, which made it even funnier.
Yeah.
But to me, it sounded. First of all, though, I love the horns.
Yeah,
they were great. Chorus was awesome,
and the keyboards.
The synthesizers were amazing. But to me, this is not a gripe. It's just what it is. The rap was super aggressive, like juggalo aggressive.
Yeah.
So it's like shit. I mean,
oh my god.
Yeah. No, like you don't see that at the gathering of the juggalos. Like a bunch of white people just like family.
Yeah, like in the Venn diagram of juggalos and ska rock fans.
This is right in the middle.
This really small gray area.
That and like to the bottom right is like less than Jake. To the bottom left is Real Big Fish.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I recommend that if you're gonna listen to it, watch the video because it helps with the amp. Like I liked it a lot.
I'm for sure gonna be blasting this like drunk or something. Maybe in Vegas. Most likely not.
Probably not.
But I might blast it when I'm drunk.
In Vegas?
Yeah, in Vegas.
Because you won't remember this.
At the fucking craps table.
Yo, STUPID. And then, sir, come on. Let's call your wife. You're out.
They kicked me out for just spelling stupid.
Come on, man. I just got here.
So again, that's the song "Stupid" by ska rap rock band Just Friends. I didn't want to go off that too long on it. I just want to get to this review of Spite's "The Root of All Evil." So, like I was saying in the beginning, Felix, there was a lot of hype for this fucking album because they've propelled whatever the fuck their brand of deathcore is to this like stratosphere level of fame where people are so about this band. Like even within their songs, the singer I think it's Dorian, he just starts a song with like "Spite Cult Motherfucker." And it's just like, and he starts songs like that, and I love it. And I like classics like "Killer Be Killed," and it's fucking awesome. And I've loved them since the previous, especially since their last album, "Love and Death." Oh my god, bro, I'm so bad with
Nothing is Beautiful.
Tracks. Nothing is Beautiful. I think there's a song something about death.
Love and Death sounds like a 5 Finger Death Punch album.
But I'm sure there's a phrase or a song on that album, whatever. But whatever. This new album, The Root of All Evil, again, a lot of hype going into it. I was skeptical because I think there was a single that I actually didn't even dig. After Root of All Evil, then they came out with Judgment Day. I thought Judgment Day was like, it's whatever. It was a little simple, like too simple for what their brand of deathcore is. So Spike, their brand of deathcore is sort of like how I described Twizzler Clan of like what they are with like this brocore. Twizzler Clan is like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do brocore, but make it more deathy. So he does growls. There are like blast beats. There are stupid amounts of like really insane guitar solos, but like while the drumming goes into like thrashy drum beats, and it's fucking cool. And again, it does do blast beats. So there are this strange amalgamation of like broy deathcore and death metal-y deathcore. So they've like grabbed two blurry lines and like zigzag them, like twirled them into like a Twizzler. To me, it's funny. It's like Twizzler core.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm gonna call it.
Oh, dude, did you know that if you get a Twizzler and you bite both ends, you make a straw?
What?
It's more efficient than a paper straw, and it also doesn't make your drink suck dick.
Fucking Disney.
Fucking.
That should have been the episode title.
Fuck paper straws. Twizzler Clan, motherfucker.
I like it.
Twizzler Clan, motherfucker.
So I didn't like Judgment Day that much, but it's funny how within the album, as I listen to it within the album, I don't skip it. Like it's perfectly fine. And then the single after that was The Offering. The Offering is fucking amazing. To me, The Offering is summarizes what this album is. It's an blast beats, thrashy, metal-y deathcore, and just growls that just like, dude, I think Dorian could just growl for days. It's crazy. That dude scares me in music videos. And I can't imagine how they are in live. And I've heard they're insane live.
I can only imagine.
So this album, much like, again, like the Twizzler Clan or Instill Terror, is so relentless that I needed breaks. But it was never in the sense of like Twizzler Clan and like Instill of like, it was just overbearing. It was just like, dude, okay, you're doing so good for so long. I need to take a break before you maybe like disappoint me and whatnot. But this album, at any point, I just hit shuffle and it would just.
Can you say that again?
What?
Dude, this is so great. I need to take a break before you disappoint me again.
Yeah.
That sounds like my Thursday night, man.
Jesus. How are you Thursday nights?
You don't want to.
Fuck.
It starts off great.
So like this one time I hit shuffle on the album and this song that, of course, I was terrible with the names. So like I love like Remember This. I thought Remember This with that title, I was like, I thought that was gonna be like a ballad, and it's not. It's still fucking relentless. But to me, it's cool because it does like I don't want to say it, but it gives me vague reminiscence of like nu metal, where there's like this like jammy, almost hip hop vibe.
It's the intro, yeah.
Yeah, it's mainly the intro, but then it goes into full spite effect.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, oh, okay, fine. And then it's like that meme of like, you had me in the first half. Yeah, you had me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie, and I love that. A personal favorite that's not a single is Dead Set. Dead Set came on when I was doing back last week when I was in middle of my deadlift. So I was like, okay, this is cool. So then the song was moderately fast paced, like mid paced. So I was like, okay, so I could deadlift to it. But of course, the blast beats come, and then Dorian with his growls. I'm just like, dude, I can't keep up with this rhythm. It's fucking crazy.
The song is more intense than you.
So what I was trying to get to, I'm sorry. So a random song comes on this one time, and mind you, I'm not doing anything. I'm at work, and I hit shuffle, and Killzone comes on. Dude, Killzone destroyed me. I wanted to start typing super fast. Just that intro is just like, is thrashy, and that guitar just like and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm there typing, bro. I'm fucking programming, and I'm just like, I start like fucking jamming on the keyboard.
Your hands start going out of control.
Yeah, keys start flying off my keyboard. People are like, oh my god, make him stop.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, blood is spewing, sirens in the distance. It's crazy. This fucking song kills me every fucking time, and I'm glad it's only like 2 minutes. Yeah, it's 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I am glad because this song fucking kills me every time, man. I think it's one of the fastest fight songs.
Yeah,
kills them. I know you've only just recently got into the album, Felix. I know you knew nothing about Sprite beforehand.
No.
What did you think? Okay, your first impressions. What did you think going into the album?
Well, the artwork was pretty fucking cool.
Right.
I'll give them that.
Sick skull, bro.
Yeah, sick fucking. Where's your wolf tattoo? But here's the thing. Like, I didn't know who this band was. First song, Rain in Hell.
Dude. That's another good one.
And
Isn't that the beginning?
That's the very first one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit. Oh, I don't know if I can handle this. And then it just kind of breaks in silence. And then it just kind of builds after that. I'm like, oh fuck, dude. It was very intense. It was a very emotional time for me. You know? And I sat through most of it.
I hope you were driving.
No, are you crazy? I would have just jumped around. I don't even want to know what I would do me driving this. I think I was like just sitting down. I had to sit down. I had to sit down. I was like standing up, running errands, doing things. I had to sit down to like process all of this spite because the root of evil was.
Damn, I've been saying Dorian. It's Darius.
Darius.
I
like Dorian more anyway, but whatever. That's fine. You can change it.
Nah, Darius sounds cool as fuck. It sounds like a Game of Thrones character.
Darius.
And then just him saying, fucking Spite,
Twizzler Clan, motherfucker. Yeah. So I love that Twizzler song. But dude, this is too much for me, man. I listened to it. I am not a super. I don't even know. Like, this is clearly deathcore. But what's funny is that this is what always gets to me about this genre. Just when I think I'm into it, something heavier comes along and it just tells me, "Yo, you are not fucking into this. You do not like this that much as you think." Because what's that band that we mentioned? Carnifex. I like Carnifex.
Yeah, because Carnifex mixes in excuse me, that doomy atmospheric gothic.
They take breaks,
death metal.
They let you breathe.
Yeah,
this feels like you get a leaf blower and you put it in front of your face and it won't stop for like an hour.
Yeah, it's like that meme of the dude with the leaf blower in his face and
all you see is cheeks everywhere.
And then all these deathcore Instagram accounts add like deathcore breakdowns to that clip.
Yeah. Dude, look, it's fucking intense. If this is what you want for whatever setting or whatever thing you want to do on your Thursday night, this is what you need because it's really, really, really heavy. Now, for me personally, I respect the hustle. I get it. It's just this isn't for me, bro. If I was complaining about Kubla Khan, or whatever. This is worse.
Yeah.
If you're gonna kind of like put two and two together, I can at least bounce along Kublai Khan and like make up more or less like, all right, this is the vibe we're going. Cool,
because it's simple. I think
it's bouncy, it's broy, whatever.
You're going more towards of like, okay, I'm in it for the heaviness. Give me at least simple heaviness.
Yeah. This is just over the fucking top.
Yeah, Spite is like it's like overly relentless because of exactly what you said. Right when you think they cannot get any heavier, they go faster, or they go even heavier, or they
go mid pace, and it's just doom.
Yeah,
and you're kind of stuck in like that meme of like John Travolta when you open up a wallet, like that's how you feel. Like, where's everything? In the beginning, when Rain in Hell, right? That's the name of the song. Yeah. There was silence.
Yeah,
or at least like very atmospheric type of silence. And then it was just like, oh fuck, like you're stuck in. Look for the image they're trying to portray, or at least what they're trying to go for with the album. It works. Yeah. Like it works. It puts you in that feel.
It's essentially the soundtrack to like the apocalypse.
Right. It's not the soundtrack to your escape.
No.
It's a soundtrack to the apocalypse.
To like your torture.
It's a soundtrack to like your deathbed, really. Like you're walking to it.
You know what this is? This is the shit that the fucking CIA and Marines like waterboard terrorists with.
Dude, actually, they couldn't because then everyone else couldn't handle it. Like the soldiers couldn't handle it. So they had to go with Kubla Khan.
Damn. Can you imagine how intense music has to be that both parties can't stand it?
Well, I think they play ABBA.
Oh,
so, yeah, that's pretty fucking intense. But, yeah, that's my hot take on it, man. It's just not for me.
Right. So, but you could at least still appreciate, like you said. Like,
yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it for
what it is.
Exactly. Like, look, there's parts of it that are really, I mean, first of all, and I said it again with, I even said it with, what's the name? Proposal. That song that we heard. What's the song name? Arrhythmia. I even said it with them. When you have a huge sound coming in through two headphones and it sounds great, that's a testament to your production team.
Yes,
they did a really good job.
Which you and I are fucking picky.
Absolutely, because if it sounds like shit, I don't care how good it is. It's gonna sound like shit. You know, I'm just the way I see it. But for a band I've never heard of, Kubla Khan was the same way for me. They were too heavy. But I fucking heard them. You know, they left such an impression on me that I was like, all right, fuck. When I want to go do something, when I want to go commit a felony, I know where to go. You know, that's the way I see it. They gave me kind of like a roadmap of where I got to be.
Felony core.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. But now, like with Spite, it's just, it always happens to me, man. I think I'm going to reach deathcore. It goes a higher tier and a higher tier. And I've been playing this, like flirting this fine line with deathcore for years. You know me for a long time. Just when I think, all right, cool, I got this, it's like, nope. Boop.
Yeah, there's something heavier.
Something heavier. For what it is, even though it's not for me, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was good. You know, it had its moments. The overall band is just does what it has to do to get just up that upper tier. Bands like this, I don't think want to be super talented or super technical. They just want to be heavy.
Right. And they know what they are.
That's their thing.
They know what they are. They know who their friends are. And they cater
specifically to them.
Right.
So the best compliment I could give them, even though this isn't for me, is that this was way too fucking heavy for me. I think that's the way I see it.
But
because they probably...
To me, that's not a gripe, but a gripe that I do seriously have as a Spike fan and one that was looking forward to this album and still loved it. It's way too fucking long.
Yeah, it's a couple songs, isn't it?
For what it is, this album should have only been 8 songs, 9 tops. So, like, what 11. I'm saying of, like, Rain in Hell's a good opener, Offering, That's It's great. Judgment Day, I could literally make do without that song on the album. Root of All Evil was a good first single. I liked it. It wasn't my favorite. Incarcerated, I don't even remember. And it's funny because it's followed by the song called Remember This. Remember This, I constantly forget about that song. It is slightly slower, but it's still as heavy as the rest. The song Doom, I actually don't even remember. And then Killzone is great. So if you would have only left me those 7 or 8, this album would have been fucking perfect. Yeah. For what they are.
Right.
Again,
for their
blurring that line of the brand of stupidly fucking heavy deathcore that blurs the line of death metal with just relentlessly heavy, borrowing from death metal, blast beats and growls of like deathcore. So for that brand of what they do, I would have been perfectly fine with 7 or 8 tracks.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's what, 11, 12 tracks?
11.
Dude, that even for me, I go into it after I listen to it maybe front to back twice, maybe 3 times, specifically for the podcast. After that, I only went back for the 5 or 7 that I care about.
Yeah.
Right. So, and specifically for the gym, I skipped like Doom and Remember This or Incarcerated. I can't remember Incarcerated. I'm talking about it right now. I don't remember Incarcerated, Doom, or All I Know Is Hate. I don't remember them. The other ones stick out to me. Dead Set, Killzone, Root of All Evil because it's the single, Rain in Hell because it's the fucking coolest opener for a Spite album.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. Relentlessly too heavy. For me, would not be that as a fan if it just wasn't so fucking long, man.
Right.
And it's 2019. Who's coming out with fucking the number of tracks in the double digits? To me, just dude, keep it less than 9.
You're not Tool, bro.
No, and Tool should be doing that.
That's a quick testament to our previous
an older episode. Yeah,
an older episode. If you haven't heard our older episodes, by the way, you should probably check out our Spotify and follow us on social media on Instagram and
Twitter.
Twitter
Is MTTC podcast at MTTC podcast. On Instagram is at Metal to the Core Podcast, all one word. We have the Facebook page, which is Metal to the Core Podcast as well. Follow us on all social media, like we just said, and Spotify, like you said.
Did we say YouTube?
YouTube.
Smash that subscribe button.
Smash that.
Hit the
Ring
notification.
that bell.
Ring that bell. You know, because that's how we get down.
Please rate us a review on iTunes, Google, Stitcher, Spotify. Even actually, I don't know if you could rate us on Spotify.
I don't think so.
But hell, the majority of metalheads listen to us on Spotify. So hey, guys, keep it up. Please share us.
Yeah, man.
I don't say that enough. Share us. Show us to your other metalhead friends, because you don't know if they like the recommendation and they like our recommendations from our picks and or even our reviews.
Right.
So yeah, share the medals, like I say on all of our posts and whatnot. So again, we are Metal to the Core Podcast. Metal to the Core Podcast. I was Kevin to the Core, and of course Flexi Felix. So stay metal.
Stay metal.
Let's go!